First of all, thank you both for coming in today to sit on our couch. It's a wonderful thing you've done that's certainly cheered a lot of weary Prestonians up last night by the sounds of it. But before we talk about that, first of all, just tell me a bit about your Islamic school here in Preston.
Well, our Islamic school is based in Preston on Avonham Road. We've been operating for 10 years this Ramadan. We have approximately 175 children that attend on a day-to-day basis. We operate over 2 sessions. Our first session starts approximately 4:30 and finishes about 6 o'clock, and then we have another lot of children that come in at 6:15, and they're there till about 7:45. We have a very varied age range that attends, all the way from about 2 years, 9 months, 3 years old, all the way up to about 16, 17. We provide quite a broad curriculum in terms of Islamic studies, etc. So we're giving them basic knowledge about day-to-day Islam, and at the same time learning how to recite the Quran, basic Islamic teachings. We've got quite a mix of staff as well, male and female, and that's it really. That's what we do.
10 years you've
10
been,
years,
you started in Ramadan 10 years ago,
Yeah.
which of course you're celebrating at the moment.
Yep.
Why did you feel the need on last night to provide food to your neighbours? Tell me a little bit about what you did and why.
Well, basically, we've got this syllabus that we actually follow called Knowledge to Action. So it's basically taking what the kids are learning in that syllabus and trying to put it into practice. That's the best way children learn sometimes, just to put it. And it's just nice to take the children out, meet the wider community, get them to integrate with people. And yeah, it's been lovely seeing everyone's reaction as well.
And who did you deliver it to?
We prepared 320 food packs, and like I said, prior to the actual event, we did post out these small cards to 320 addresses, just giving them prior notice that we're going to be visiting them, obviously, which was yesterday. And then once the food packs were prepared, we obviously arranged the 175 children that attend, into small groups of about 8 to 9. We put 2 adults with all of them, and then we kind of divided the addresses amongst the 23 groups that we had. And we gave them approximately about 11 or 12 houses each. So in the company of their adults, basically they went to these houses, and they basically shared these food parcels. And as Sabiha just explained, that they'd been learning about neighbours, and how, which as in Islam and even generally as humans, how important it is to love, respect, share, and be polite towards your neighbours. So that's what they were doing. Basically, we're sharing a little bit of food with our neighbours.
Well, we've bought one in today to show me. I'm just going to take a quick look. Just tell me what we've got inside here. What are you sharing with people? I'll unpack it quickly. And what was it? There's a leaflet in here as well. Do you want to tell me about that? Because that explains a bit about what the children have been learning.
Well, again, as I explained, the leaflet just says that the children have had lessons on neighbours. They've been learning about neighbours, and because of the fact that they were immediate neighbours of ours, neighbouring us, so we wanted the children, number one, to meet the neighbours, to know who their neighbours are, and at the same time share this gift of as out of love and compassion. So that's what it was.
That's wonderful. Talk me through what we've got here.
So we've got some dates there.
Yes.
That's typically what we all open our fast with. So at sunset, when we start eating, we normally have some dates.
This. And why is it? What's the significance of the date?
Well, that was a practice of the Prophet Muhammad as well, that he'd always open his fast with dates as well. And if you look at it from a scientific perspective and a nutrition perspective, they're very healthy as well. So that's why we have dates.
And then we've got some lamb kebabs there.
Lamb kebabs.
Yeah.
Lovely.
And that's some lamb biryani, and that's a yogurt dip to go with it, and that's just a sweet dessert. It's called ras malai.
Fabulous. Well, it looks absolutely delicious. And what was the reaction to the houses that you delivered? So I can imagine it was...
We had a lot of mixed emotions. A lot were overwhelmed. I mean, I think at one point when Sabiha was actually the person who was delivering to some of the addresses, they came across a lovely man and a lovely lady. And she just basically
clung on to it. She was in floods of tears. Aww. She was just really overwhelmed.
So again, I mean, it really ignites the emotions within as well when we see something like that as well, and it's so rewarding to hear that as well.
All your hard work, absolutely, definitely. And for the children, I'm sure it's great for them. Ramadan is the sacred time of year that you're in at the moment. It's not just about fasting, is it? That's the myth. It is about these kind gestures as well.
It is, definitely. And it's just creating a sense of community, that's all.
Yeah, we do try and give charity a lot in Ramadan as well, and it all goes hand in hand. Yeah.
So whether it may be monetary donations or whether it may be food, you know, it's still a
about giving back to the
sharing.
Giving back to the
Exactly.
community, definitely.
I mean, I remember I was attending an event a few years ago called Sisters for Sisters, and I did some research prior to going to that event, and it turned out to be that the amount of charity that the Muslims actually give in the month of Ramadan is 10 times more than the global donations of the world.
Yes.
So again, you know, it's not just about monetary donations. Whatever we can share with whatever community. I mean, they were our neighbours, so we shared with them.
And you're quite literally opening up doors for
Yes,
people to ask
definitely.
questions as well and learn a bit more maybe about Islam.
Definitely.
Yes.
I mean, we received a number of emails
Yeah.
after we actually delivered some of these food parcels, as well as the
It was
all
quite
the-
instant, wasn't it? All the emails and
Really,
Yeah.
and some of the things that some of the people were actually saying in the emails that we don't really know much about Islam.
Yeah.
But what you were doing was wonderful, and we're really grateful for the gesture and for the love that you're showing to the community.
It's hard sometimes to walk up to someone on the street, isn't it, and just say, tell me about your religion.
Yes,
It's a way of
definitely.
maybe it's an icebreaker, I guess.
Definitely.
Yes, definitely.
Definitely.
To learn a
Yeah.
little bit more.
And I mean, it's all about, you know, living and learning and sharing whatever you practice and whatever your faith is through action, and that's what it was about.
Oh, well, thank you so much for coming in, and thank you for feeding me
Thank
as
you for
well
having
today. I
us.
really appreciate
Yeah,
it.
thank you.
No.